Hi everyone, welcome to Everywhere channel.
Please like, subscribe and press the bell button. Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome to Every View channel. Uh, Previous lesson, I teach you if you have some sort of record, a record with a table. From that record, if you want to find some records, then we can use a function called VLOOKUP, right? Using VLOOKUP function, we can get the answer, right? Today, I am continuing that video only. Today, I will show you another method. That's also a very perfect method. And finally, I will tell you the exact correct method, right? Okay, we'll start the lesson. To do this, to describe this, I already created a table called employee details. From there, employee ID, first name, last name, age, and gender is there. Okay, from this table, what I want to find is, I want to find some sort of employee IDs, first name, last name, age, and gender. Okay, we'll do equal VLOOKUP, open bracket, right? If I check my syntax, first condition should be lookup value. Lookup value means from which item we are using to getting the answer, right? Here I am using lookup value as employee ID, right? Okay, now I select my lookup value, then I press in keyboard F4. Now what happen is, now my employee ID is fixed, right? It's locked. But I don't want to lock my column and row, because if you check this lookup value cell, it should be G7. But for me, I don't want to lock my G column, but I want to lock my G column, but I don't want to lock my row. So that means I should lock column, but free with row. Okay, so how I can do is, if I press F7, F4 two times, now my G column is locked, my G column is locked, but my row is moving, right? If we check my first argument, employee ID is G7, right? If I go to second row, it should be 352711, should be changed. That's why I am remove the lock from my row. Now it's free, right? Comma. My second argument is table array. What I should do is, I should select my entire table, from which table I am getting the answer, right? I select the table, then I should lock my table. I should fix my table, because if it's moved, I cannot get the correct answer. So I am pressing again keyboard F4. Now my entire table is fixed, comma. My third argument is column index number, right? What I want to find? I want to find first name from this table, right? So if you check employee ID is on A column, that is 1. So my first name should be on second column. So I should type here 2, comma. My final condition is it you want approximate match or exact match? Yes, I need exact match. So I can type either false, or else I can type here 0. I will close the bracket. If I enter there, I can find the 110608 first name successfully, right? I found this. I can apply to other data as well. Now, I applied for this to last name, age, and gender. But I'm getting same answer. Why is it? Because if you check my first name, my column index is 2. But if you moving to second, that means last name, it should be, my column index should be not 2, it should be 3. So what I should do is, I double click here. Here my column index is not 2, it should be 3. Now if I enter there, yes, that is fine. Same age also. Here it's showing my column is 2 because I copy from first name. But my column should be not 2, it should be 4. Then I can get the age. Gender same, not 2, should be 5. Because if you check in my table, gender should be on 5th column. Okay. I found successfully all the 4 records. Then I can just go to corner and my cursor will be changed to black plus mark. If I double click there, I can apply to others as well, right? Now I perfectly find the records, but I am not telling this is not perfect. This is perfect only for small records, less records. Here, if you check, I have a table. From this table, I want to find only 4 records, right? If I found 4 records, I can apply to others. So here it's a very small table, right? Just imagine, just think on this way. You have 10,000 records with a huge table, right? It should be 10,000 records, right? With a huge table. From this 10,000 column table, you want to find 5,000 columns using VLOOKUP function. Can you do it on this way? You can do, you can't do it. Why? If you are doing on this way, you should change your columns index manually. Here only 4 columns, you can do it, right? If you have 5,000, you can't go. You can't do on that way. Then we should know the perfect method, right? This is perfect only for less records, right? If you have either 10,000, 100,000, whatever, we have another perfect method. That method doesn't matter how many columns, how many rows, you can get the answer perfectly, right? Before going to that, I need some functions help, right? I'll teach you that 4 functions here. One is column. Column, what is that argument? Return the column number of a reference. So that means if I press the tab, wherever I need a column, here my column index is 2, no? So what I should do is from B column is either that is B3, B1, doesn't matter. Wherever in that B column, I should select a one cell. Is it doesn't matter. That is B1, B2, whatever doesn't matter. Then if I close the bracket, I can get the cell reference. That is 2. That is saying this one is in on the second column. Okay. Second function is columns. Right? What is that argument? It's saying return the number of columns in an array reference. Okay. Press the tab. What I should do is I should give any 2 columns continuously. Is either 2, 3, is either 5, 10, sorry, 5, 6, is either 10, 11, 1000, 1001, doesn't matter. I should select 2 columns continuously. Then if I close the bracket, my answer should be also same 2. Right? Okay. I'm moving to third function called row equal row. Press the tab reference. So what I should do is from second row, wherever I should type, select. Is it here or here? Doesn't matter. But it should be in second row only. Right? Okay. Now if I close the bracket, I can get the answer. If you want to find what is this row, easy, simple. Equal row. Then you can find the rows index. This is 23rd, 23. Right. My final function is rows. Right. Rows means I should give 2 set of rows. Is either 1 to 5, whatever, doesn't matter. 20, 21, is it 1 to whatever, doesn't matter. But it should be continuously 2 rows. Then if I close the bracket, if I enter there, I can find the rows that reference. Right. Okay. I hope you understood this all 4 functions. Now I am going to use this to find the records using VLOOKUP together. Right, we'll do that. Equal VLOOKUP. My lookup value should be employee ID. I will press F4. Now it's fixed. Then I want to fix only my column. Then I am fixing my column and I free with my row, right? Comma. Now I'm selecting my entire table. Then I press F4 to fix that. Now my table is not moved, is fixed, comma. Here my third argument should be column index. I'm not giving column index. I'm using a function called column. If I press the tab, I can open the bracket. What is my column? They are asking the reference. What is my column? It should be second column. So from second column anywhere, it should be B1, it should be B5, it should be B1000, doesn't matter, right? Just click there, close the bracket, comma. My final argument is I need approximate match or exact match. I need exact match. I type false or 0. If I close the bracket, if I enter there, yes, I can find 110608 first name. What is the beauty of this is if I find one, right, I can apply to others without any hassle. Now, no need to go and change column index manually. That is perfectly working. If I find one, I can apply to others as well without any hassle. So I applied for one row successfully. Then if I double click here, it will be applied to others as well. This is the way you can get the answer using VLOOKUP and column function, right? Now I'm moving to next function called columns, right? Equal VLOOKUP, open bracket. My lookup value should be employee ID. Then I press F4, it's fixed. I want to fix only my row, right? It's now, sorry, only my column. So I fix my G column and I free with my row, comma. Now I'm selecting my entire table. Always my table should not be moved. So what I will do is I will select my entire table and I press keyboard F4. Now my table is fixed, comma. Now I'm giving a function called columns, right? Columns, if I press the tab, it's asking array. Array means I should select any two set of columns. That's it, right? Then important thing is wherever you are selecting two columns, first column index should be fixed. That is very important, right? So I select my first column index. Then if I press F4, now my first column is fixed. If I close the bracket, comma, my final argument should be I need exact match. Type 0, close the bracket, enter. Yes, I found my first name. I can apply to others. So I successfully applied to one row. If I double click here, it's applied to everyone, right? Now I find using VLOOKUP and column or columns, we find the records without any hassle. What is the beauty of this is here only 4 records. If you have 1,000, 100,000, whatever records, no problem. This method, you can easily find it. It's the perfect method, right? That is previously whatever I discussed, that method is also perfect only for small records. If you have huge table, if you want to find huge data, that won't work, because if you're going on that way, you should change your column index manually, right? Okay. Now what I will do is I will select my all the headings, right? And keyboard Control C, right? What I want to do is my table is here is already in horizontal way. I want to change this to vertical. So what I will do is copy all the headings. Then I will press here because I need this headings vertically, right? Then I press Alt. What I will do is I press in keyboard Control Alt V. Now my paste special dialog box will be appear. So from there, I just click this transpose box. If I press OK, my horizontal headings will be now changed to vertically, right? Now I'm making a table, just copying this format, and I press format painter. Then I'm applying to this table, right? Okay. Up also, what I will do is I will just put a border here. Yes, fine. Now what I will do is I'm entering one ID, whatever, 391006, right? Now I want to find, if I type 39106 here, what should be my answer? I should get my first name, last name, age and gender. Okay, we'll do that. Equal, we look up, my lookup value should be employee ID. Here I am finding on vertical way. So my column is on vertical, that should not be moved. So I'm locking, I'm fixing my full lookup value. I press F4, it's now fixed. Comma, I am selecting my entire table. Always my table should be not moved. So I press F4. Now my table is also fixed. Comma, my third argument should be not column index. I'm going for new function called row. If I press the tab, first should be reference. What I should do is from second row, anywhere I should select a cell. It should be I2, it should be A2, it should be B2, doesn't matter. It should be on second row. That's it, right? If I close the bracket, comma, my final argument should be, it should be approximate match or exact match. I need exact match. If I close the bracket, I can get the answer, right? I find my first name, then I can apply to others also, right? Now, I found my records using VLOOKUP and row function. Now I am using a next function called rows, okay? Equal VLOOKUP, open bracket, employee ID should be fixed, press F4, comma, again, I'm selecting my entire table, right? Then I press keyboard F4, now my table is fixed, comma, I'm not going for column index, I'm going for rows. Okay, open bracket, my array. What I should do is anywhere I should select 2 rows continuously. It's wherever, doesn't matter, right? Then important thing is first row should be fixed. So I select my first row, then I press F4. Now that is fixed. I close the bracket, comma. My final argument should be, it should be exact match. So I press 0. If I close the bracket, if I enter there, I can find this employee ID's first name successfully. If you want, I can apply to others also. If you have a doubt, you can just change it and check. Okay. Now I'm going for a different ID called 580622. If I enter there, yes, I found perfectly. What is his name? First name is Eli. Last name is Manning. Age is 41. Gender is female. If you check my table, it should be perfectly there. Right? So first I explain you in a method. You can found the records using VLOOKUP function only. But problem is that record is perfect only for less records, less data, right? But if you have a huge database, huge table with, from that huge table, you want to find a huge data, you cannot use that way, because if you are using on that way, you should give the column index manually. You should change your column index manually. But if you are going for different function, VLOOKUP plus column or columns, you can find your records horizontally. And also if you want to find vertically, then you can use VLOOKUP plus row or VLOOKUP plus rows, right? I hope you understood this lesson very well. Previous video also I explained you a different VLOOKUP method. If you want, you can refer that video also. I am giving the link for my video description. And also I am uploading my practice file also. If you want, you can download and you can practice this file. Thanks for watching my video. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thanks for watching my video. See you on next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.